Let's take out the oil filter first. We will check it for metallic parts. We'll see is there possible fault with mine bearings or not. I see that, yes, there is some metallic parts. I think it's from mine bearings. I will try to wash it out, but it looks like it's from mine bearings. Yeah, there is one pretty big. So let's wash it out. There is some metallical particles. Also we see there is some sealant, black sealant. There was a little bit gray sealant, and we see maybe it's not so good you can see in camera, but there is a lot of metallic parts. So I think they came from mine bearings, and we will take out the engine to check everything, and we will take out also crankshaft to check is there a problem with bearings, because I see there is not only silver color, but I think there is something also yellow, so it can be copper part from bearings. So this means we need to check everything inside the engine. While disassembling, I was thinking that something was already done here, and then I saw that there is some epoxy. According to my experience, I think that front propeller shaft was broken, and it broke oil pan also. There is a lot of brown or red dust, so this is from front propeller shaft. First it's rusty, and then it broke, and as we can see, it damaged here oil pan. And this car has kilometers about 300,000, and we can see that this label is still original, so there is never changed transmission oil. I think it should be changed also. I think we will change in this case. We can see that there is a problem. These engine mounts are pretty bad. They are very low, so they are giving vibration on the body. Let's also drain front differential oil. Let's check what kind of oil is there. Is there gray oil already or normal? Oil looks pretty fine. It's just brown old oil, so I think there will be no problem. We'll just, after repair, fill it up with fresh oil and everything will be fine. So let's leave it drain for some time, and let's return to this job later. There is some sealant, not new O-ring, but sealant. First we need to take off oil pan, then the rear cover, and then we will put in engine stand, so job will be easier. This is not damaged, just should be cleaned. This is sensor wheel for crankshaft. There is crankshaft sensor. This sensor wheel, there is something similar like pixels. This is how engine control unit understands its cranking. So now we need to disconnect a little bit wiring. So let's disconnect and also that crankshaft sensor. It came out. So, and now let's take off the oil pan. I forgot to take off this flange. This flange I need to remove because under this there is also some bolts I need to unscrew. So it's the last bolt. Yep, it was pretty easy. Yep, it's done. We need to take off 3 more bolts from here, and then we will just unscrew all those bolts, and actually we will see the timing chains. So it should be the last one bolt. At this moment I have not taken out tensioner because we will remove this cover now, and then we will see how much extended is the lower chain, because there is hidden, we can see it at this moment, there is second timing chain tensioner. So we will see how extended is the lower chain, and then we will take out this tensioner and we will screw in special tool to see how much it was extended. Yes, it looks like it was original sealant. It is not so extended. Not so long. I have seen longer extended. Remember, it is 500,000 kilometers. Making year marking, it's 11, so it's 2011. This car is also 2011, and actually it's not in so bad condition. It's first revision of timing chains. It's just the right time to change the chains. Let's proceed further. Let's install engine stand, and then we can take off the valve cover to check everything else. So let's remove this wiring. We need to remove also injectors to take off the valve cover. These clips here should be taken out pretty carefully because they are not very fresh and they are very fragile. There will be some fuel dripping. There is a lot of oil because this is a very common problem, leaking valve cover. It's open somewhere here and then everything is in oil. I already ordered and got new valve cover, so we will install it later. Now all the wiring is off, only injector wiring is left, so I will take off these fuel lines and then I will remove this wiring for injectors, and then we can remove also injectors and all the bolts and the valve cover also. For job to remove injectors I have one special tool. So since lines are removed, we can remove injector plugs. There is also fuel holders. Okay, it's also removed. Remove all more fuel rail. For injectors, better is closing high pressure areas. So I have some caps. I hope they are suitable. Let's remove those injectors. I hope no injectors are stuck, because if they are stuck we will need to disassemble them and we will need to take them to the special workshop where they will assemble that injector together and adjust. Now, actually injectors are moving, so not a big problem. Also there is some grease, so I think someone took those injectors out. I will not sort them. I will just put them on the table and I'm taking them to the workshop for testing, and in any case I will adapt them later. I'm gonna show you how to check timing chain elongation with special tool. There is a tensioner, so let's take it out. It's 27 millimeters, it's a very old version. This is a special tool from BMW. Let's check. It is very deep, so it means that timing chain is elongated a lot. I will take it off now and I will show how much it is. Let's compare also new with old one. Let's remove the crankshaft to check what condition it is and also to check the oil pump. So first let's remove the crankshaft pulley. It's pretty rusty, but it looks like it is original. Now let's remove oil pump. It's not turning so easy. Actually it should go much easier. But okay, we'll screw them down. Okay, let's unscrew it. None of these bolts will be used in second time. I will just mark conrod caps to later assemble them faster. So it was cylinder 3 and cylinder 4. Oh, I see already a problem here. This bearing is, it looks like okay, but this bearing, you see, scratches. I see some scratches, so I think crankshaft also will go to grinding and we will not install this crankshaft back in this engine. But okay, let's proceed. It's cylinder 2, also bearing cap looks fine, and cylinder 4 also, it looks fine. Usually I'm going it a little bit different way, but at this time I didn't took off camshafts yet because I want to check crankshaft first. Yes, hope you will see, this is cylinder 1. So we need conrod bearing kit, we need new crankshaft, and number 6 also same problem. Okay, you can see that there is pretty big scratch. The best part of it, let's remove the crankshaft. Interesting, some bolts are like really tightened, some bolts are not so tightened. It's main bearing of cylinder, first cylinder. You can see there is also some kind of scratch there, but nothing serious, so it looks good. The second one, oh, the second one looks not so good. See, there is much bigger scratch. Let's see what's there. This one looks like it should look old, but but it's okay. This one also has pretty big scratch. And this one has some minor scratches. And the last one also has some serious scratch. And let's see what's in the middle. Actually, the middle also is looking not as bad as it could be, but there is also pretty big scratch. I think that the crankshaft is bent too much. Actually, it's always bent, but it can be bent in some permissions. So I think it will be too bent now. I'll take it to the workshop and they will check it for me. Is it okay or is it not okay? Because bearing journals are not looking overheated, but in any case there can be already small hidden scratches and I don't want to take responsibility of it to later repair it on my own money. So this is why I am recommending and I'm changing crankshafts. Let's take it out. And what we see here, we see that this engine is, how to tell it correctly, very not far from total failure. As you can see, there is some signs of problem. There is a lot of scratches, and the middle bearing, it is almost gone. It's a copper, so it's totally gone. We have all the timing chain kit here. It's pretty worn. This is the reason why we should put it in new. Not so worn, but we will change it in any case. Oil pump chain. Usually nothing happens with it, but it is changed in any case. Lower timing chain. As you can see on the links, there is no marking triangles. So this is a genuine from the first revision. It's very old chain from 2011, I think. Camera can see it, but there is written EVs. It's original, no one touched it. This is the most painful chain. As you can see, if compared, they are different. This is very tiny, like from a bicycle. And this also don't have triangles, no marks. It's also manufactured by EVs. This is the first revision from the factory. Some links of this chain were worn pretty much. I found that one of them were in really bad condition. This one, you can see. If here it is more or less normal, then here it is pretty bad. It is almost broken. Tensioner, lower. I unpacked all the parts. See, timing chain kit, all three chains, tensioner, guide rail, both hydraulic tensioners, all the gears. Then this is the lower timing chain. There is some marks, triangles. These triangles on original timing chains means that this is the last revision. They are made stronger, more effective against wearing, and coated with so-called Triton coating. So this is why they were marking with triangles. This is the best chain you can use. Upper timing chain, also you can see there is triangles. So this is the last revision. Let's open this and let's search for the old one. You can see there is some difference. It's a really old part. Even the digits are different, but okay, it doesn't matter. And let's put together, and we can see that also the teeth are pretty worn. So if you will leave these old gears, they will eat your new timing chain. So this is why everything of that should be changed for the both tensioners and both guide rails. So first it is a little bit different design. Second is there is no silencing elements, but this is last revision. There is some silencing elements. It was added because there on the first engines were complaints about too noisy engine. So by adding these silencers, BMW reduced a little bit of engine noise in the saloon inside. This is the same on the tensioner, also a little bit different design. Also, it is a little bit different plastics, as you can see, a little bit different color. First one dark brown or black, later they were just brown. So that's all. Here is also some new parts. I showed you in previous episode that there was problem with crankshaft. It had some minor scratches, also conrod bearings were worn, and also mine bearings were not far from big problem. Let's open them up and take a look on them. I think that you already know what is inside this box. Here inside is the crankshaft. So it's packed, it's sealed, it's in special atmosphere inside to prevent rust. It's brand new, genuine BMW crankshaft from the dealer local, because I am installing only genuine crankshafts. I have prepared crankshaft mine bearings. They are original. There is different numbers because there is 6 upper and 6 lower bearings and 2 guide bearings, so-called axial bearings also. They are preventing moving crankshaft to the front and back. First, I'm taking one color. I will assemble engine with these bearings. Then I will measure oil gap, and if necessary, I will install different thickness bearings to get the best oil film. Let's install with the green bearings, and then we will see how it will go further. I have installed the crankshaft, mine bearings, bearing caps. So now I am putting them together. I installed plastic gauge here, and now I need to tighten it down to check are the correct bearings installed. For this reason I'm using old mine bearing cap bolts. I will tighten them down, not the full torque, it will be enough for us to understand how big oil gap it is. Starting is 25 newtons. It's time for 50 newtons. So now I need bigger key and I will do it 60 degrees. For that job I have one special tool. It is showing angle. Now I need to take off the mine bearing caps to check is everything fine. Actually, one life hack. If you have this kind of bolts, each on these pikes are 60 degrees. So if you don't have this tool for angle, then you can work like mark one pike and mark second pike, and then when you will turn, you just need to turn that bolt from one pike to the second pike and it will be 60 degrees. Later with new screws I need to do twice 60 degrees, so it would be, if I don't have that tool, I should turn it like one pike, two, it's 60 degrees, and another one pike, it is 120 degrees or twice 60. So it is also correct. Now let's take it off and let's check what do we have here. These bolts are not necessary for us anymore, so they are going to trash. because we need to tighten only once to check. Now we will know oil gap is too big, too small, or it's enough, and according to that we will just change main bearings, or we will leave the same. So now let's take it off. Actually, I already see that oil gap is too big. I think I will, yes, I will install different bearings. So for you to understand, this is like, actually no, it's 0.5 millimeters. Okay, it's like 500. It's enough. We can leave them. Now I need to take out crankshaft, install conrod bearings, and I can start to assemble it fully. So I took out crankshaft and let's install conrod bearings. Upper first. Let's add also some oil. And let's install the crankshaft back. Okay, it seems normal. The caps are right in place. Everything is greased. Need to clean a little bit dirt. Let's take new bolts. It's again 25 newtons. It is moving very free, so everything is fine. Now let's release them a little bit. I want to add extra oil, otherwise it will be much more harder to tighten them down precious. I want to add some extra oil. Let's tighten down again. So now we need 50 degrees. So it's good. I'm usually always trying to double check bolts with dynamometrical key. We need to find a marker, and I will turn down these bolts twice 60 degrees, but I will also mark with a marker to be sure that there is really 60 degrees, not deformation of the key or something like that. So let's mark here, and it will be once here and once here. Believe me, these hints are absolutely necessary, because if you will mark everything, that you will see it perfectly, everything will be fine. Even choose of the marker is important. And you see, it's 60 degrees and it's matching. So this will be some kind of double check. This is the step one. It's turning very free. It's really nice. And let's make the step two. Last 60 degrees. And this part will be assembled. So it's done. And now, yeah, it's really nice. Now we can start to assemble the conrod bearings. I prepared conrod bearing caps, and let's install also new bearings. These conrod caps are so-called broken. I don't know which you can see or not. It's broken. It's very precious, and on each cap there is 2 letters, and we need to search on the conrods where is those letters, because they can't be interchangeable. Also, these conrods can't be repaired, so if you manage to somehow damage this conrod, you should take off the cylinder head and change the conrod. It can't be repaired, and if you miss in wrong position or something like that, you will damage this surface, and also this conrod is not suitable anymore. You need to change it. When assembling this engine, you should also use some oil. I need an A. Yes, this is the correct one. It should go here. And I. So, 2 of them are in the correct place. Also, I have new conrod bearings. So let's turn it a little bit more. OG and SN. SN going here, and OG is going here. Here we need a little bit different tightening. It's 20 newtons first. It will be 20 newtons and then twice 70 degrees. It's moving really nice. Now it's time to make real deal. Twice 70 degrees. Everything is done. Crankshaft is turning normally. I like it. Now I have prepared camshafts for installing. Here is going gaskets. This is the gasket. So we are going to install them. These gaskets are preventing oil going out of the valve cover through channel of injector. So let's install bolts. Now we need to get installation position. This is like this. And we need also to turn the engine. It is in approximate installation position. I'm tightening it down with impact wrench only. It starts to contact with rockers, so it is not recommended to tighten down it by gun, because you can easily actually bend valves. Further, I should do it by hand. Everything is contacted. So now I need to check for the correct Newton meters, and I will do it with dynamometrical key, and upper side will be ended, so we can proceed to installing of timing chain. I got an information about tightening down camshaft bridge. These big bolts are external Torx 10. These should be tightened 13 Newton meters. Let's adjust to 10 Newton meters, and let's do this camshaft holders. It was a huge amount of bolts, but now everything's done. Actually, we can proceed to installing timing chains. Seems like I accidentally deleted the scene how I put everything together. I'll tell you shortly. So the crankshaft is fixed in top dead center with this device. it should be screwed here. Then it holds it approximately in top that center, because it's not so important now. It's only important to synchronize with the fuel pump. So after that, I installed timing chain with the fuel pump sprocket here. Then I installed the timing chain guide, timing chain tensioner, screwed in all these bolts with 25 Newton meters, and then I installed hydraulic chain tensioner. It is these bolts are 10 Newton meters. Then I released it, tightened it down. Also fuel pump sprocket. It is 60 Newton meters. Then I can take off this device because it's not necessary anymore. Timing and synchronizing with upper timing chain, it will go differently. Then I installed upper timing chain tensioner, put it on oil pump chain, and now it's prepared to install rear covers. I'm going to take rear cover, clean it, wash it, cover it with sealant, and install it back. Now I have washed and prepared rear cover. I have prepared special gun. It's a genuine BMW tool. It's also BMW genuine sealant from Loctite. The thickness of sealant should be something about 2-3 millimeters. And before installing, you should remember that this part here is going against cylinder head gasket, and it also should be sealed. I'm adding a little bit more sealant on the corners, and this is it. I need to install one guide for the cover. Second one guide here is on the rear cover, but this was damaged. As I have them in stock, it's just plug and play. I also fixed sprocket already in position. It's not timing yet. I just fixed it to prevent timing chain falling inside the engine, because if it will fall inside, it will be wasting of time to take it out. Let's install rear cover bolts. These bolts should be tightened 8 to 10 newtons. I am tightening them 10 Newton meters because it's M6 thread, so usual tightening of M6 thread is 10 newtons. Let's double check all the bolts. A small signs of sealant are here and here, so it looks like added from factory. It should look like when you are adding about 3 millimeters of sealant, then everything will be fine and sealant will be enough, and there will be almost no sealant in engine inside, so everything will be perfect. Now I need to add these upper 3 screws to tighten down and seal up to cylinder head. There will be different tightening. It is 12 Newton meters. It also should be done in the same 10 to 15 minutes. And then while you will assemble everything else, sealant will dry out and you will have no any oil leaks. The upper bolts. Of course, when the engine is hanging, it's not the best position to install. At this moment, I don't have that right and correct engine stand. It's sealed, so the rear cover is finished. Oil seal I will install a little bit later. Now I will leave it for some time to dry out, and by that moment I will prepare engine bench to install this engine back on the stand. So I will install then oil filter housing gaskets and some kind of antifreeze connections and oil pump and oil pan and valve cover. So I will prepare it for installing back into the car. It's the time to install crankshaft rear oil seal. I have a special tool for this job. I will show you. It's from BMW. Here's the seal, and here's the first part of the tool. you should just install it on the crankshaft. There's a space for the pin, so you just put it on, and that's all. This is a slider. This is to prevent damaging the sealing lip, so you just move it like this. Now it's in place. You can take it off. Further, you should install here this holder. There is also place for pin, so we will install it and tighten it down with the special screws. Actually, it bent that lip a little bit, so we will, yes, it's moving. Now it's in place. So tighten it down by hand, and now we need to install the last part. This is for pressing in, so just put it on, use the special brass nut and just press in. It's seated. Nice, smooth, easy, very easy, and nothing is damaged. Also, it looks fine. And that's all. Seal is installed. We have spent not a lot of time and without any risks. Seal is fitted perfectly, so it's ready to work. This is a seal without spring inside, so when it's installed it needs few hours to seal properly. It is normal for this kind of seals. Now it is 100% ready to install on the engine stand. I will just add drive plate rear. It is necessary for timing, and then it will actually be almost ready for installing. Here you need to do not forget install this. This is a reading disc for crankshaft sensor. It should be installed before flywheel or drive plate. It depends, do you have mechanical transmission or automatic. So there is no any marks of teeth, but here is the sensor. So how this thing works? This is some kind of card, and now we can see that they're showing some kind of pixels. Before installing this thing, you need to check is all the pixels okay. I will show you in future videos how these pixels can be damaged very easily. So you need to check is all the sectors okay. Because if there will be bad sector, you will have permanent fault connected to the engine control unit with crankshaft timing or crankshaft sensor problem or something like that, but it could be problem with this disc. Engine is installed on the engine turning stand. Now it's the right time to set crankshaft against camshafts or camshafts against crankshaft. I blocked already crankshaft. It's a pin going down there. Piston number 1 is on the top, that center. Now I need to use that kind of tool. It is for fixing camshafts. This is original one. We're putting it here. Turn down. So both sides should go flat against cylinder head, and now we can adjust a little bit this sprocket, because it is nice when sprocket holes and these bolts are approximately in the middle of these holes. I will show you. Here are going bolts, and it is nice when they are approximately in the middle, because in the future when you will disassemble, do something with cylinder head, it will be easy to adjust from one to the second side. Tighten them till the end and then release them a little bit, because I have not installed hydraulic tensioner yet. You see, timing chain is running free. It is like going to the both sides. It's okay. Now we need to put in guide for the timing chain It is going inside there. It is now fixed in position. Now, when this rail is installed, we can install also fixing pin. It is also 25 newtons. We need to install timing chain tensioner. And at that moment, when I'm turning in tensioner, it tensions upper timing chain and it turns back a little bit this sprocket. If I will tighten down these bolts before installing tensioner, then the timing would be incorrect. So now it's correct, and the last thing I need to do after screwing in tensioner, I need to tighten down these 3 bolts on the sprocket. Then everything is correct. At this point, the hydraulic tensioner should be installed using the force 65 Newton meters. Now I need to tighten down sprocket. It's 15 Newton meters. You need to turn it a few times to be sure that it's installed correctly. Let's prepare our special tool. Crankshaft is in correct position. Let's install the tool. We see there is not critical but pretty big gap, so we need to release these 3 bolts, tighten them down again. Let's take off this tool and let's turn it to twice. And finally it lined properly. For the timing pin down there, there is some kind of plug. Don't forget to install that plug because it will prevent some corrosion going in there, so it's also useful. And now I'm sure that a lot of you know that there is common leaks from the upper side of the engine. It's because of cracked valve cover. Almost all N57 engines after 200,000 or 300,000 kilometers are starting to leak in this area. This is the place where it is usually cracked. In this case, we will install also a new valve cover. I will show you. I'm using the original. The new valve cover is provided together with bolts, with breather valve and all the gaskets. Everything's fine. Everything is checked. Let's install valve cover. These bolts should be tightened at 10 newtons. First, I will do it just by hand and further by dynamometrical key. I need to use dynamometrical key. So valve cover also is in place. Now we need to install camshaft sensor and the oil filling neck. It should be used from the previous valve cover. We will add new gasket. Do not use silicone sealants here. They are not necessary, absolutely. Just change the gaskets and everything will be perfect. This one old is very dirty, so I will put it in ultrasonic washing machine to clean it, and then it will be very good. I have washed all the parts. So this is the oil filling neck. I have new O-ring for it. It's going there. And I have also washed camshaft sensor. It is also having new O-ring. It's also going in there. Nice. So let's put on the oil filling cap. And now I need to proceed further to install oil pan. First I need to install oil pump, clean the oil pan seat, and then install oil pan. Oil pan is both used one. I washed it. It's in great condition because if you remember, previous one was damaged. It was welded. It was coated with some kind of glue. I think it's epoxide, but together with the owner of the car we decided that there should be installed just another oil pan in good condition. So let's proceed to the oil pump. I have installed new oil pump, also stiffening plate. This is modified oil pump. It is better than usual one. I'm using upgraded parts. I installed also the bolts. Bolts should be tightened down 19 Newton meters. I need to install oil collection tube. Let's put on new O-ring. So now I need to install oil pan. I will add sealant on it because on this engine oil pan is going without gasket, only on sealant. Oil pan is washed. It's looking good. Now let's install sealant. Okay, let's proceed. Install oil pan. Actually, that's all. There is nothing hard. Just take the bolts and turn them in. It's tightened by hand, and now I can use dynamometrical key to tighten it till the end. Then I need to install oil drain plug, oil level sensor with new gasket, and then turn it back, clean intake channels, change oil filter gaskets, and we can proceed then to the installation. These bolts are going 20-25 newtons. The oil level on the old oil pan was very professional, installed on sealant. We will not install on sealant, we will use special gasket. Here's the gasket. These nuts also are 10 Newton meters. Actually, it's pretty standard tightenings, so it is not always necessary to open the technical information to search how much torque is, or how much torque is for usual screws. Mostly they should be tightened by standard forces. As example, it was M6, it's 10 Newton meters, M8 is about 20-25, and M5 is something about 6 to 8 newtons, and so on. Don't use here a lot of force because you can damage the thread. It's aluminium, it's pretty easy to damage, and the most common way how these threads for the plugs are being damaged is when you are using seal ring that is coming together with aftermarket oil filters. Not BMW genuine, bought from dealer, but with aftermarket. I will show you why. Mostly I'm using man filters. They are coming together with necessary gaskets. It's inside plastic bag with the O-ring and with the copper gasket. BMW original filters also have similar gasket, but in this case, this gasket is from copper. It's pretty hard. It is pretty hard to bend it. Then if you will take BMW original filter, take out this gasket, it will be very easy, like plasticate. You can bend it very, very easy because these are not the same. BMW uses copper alloy, which one is very, very soft. So you will never damage this thread using original shims. But I am using just aluminium, so you can also buy for yourselves set of aluminium shims, and it will be enough. So these are going to the trash. I'm not using them. Okay, let's save this filter for later. I'll install it later when I will change the oil filter housing gaskets. Now it's time to turn it around and to start clean the intake. As you've seen, intake is clean. Now it's time to remove oil filter body, also coolant flange. We will change all the gaskets here. We will change this connection because sometimes there is leakage. And it is time to remove all of it. Also some washing is needed, so let's start. And the gasket is still original. Let's take it to the washing machine and let's assemble it together back. Everything is prepared, so let's install it. So it's clean, fresh. I'm having nice looking new gasket, and let's install it back. These bolts you should also tighten with 10 Newton meters. And the last part, let's install also the oil filter. As I showed earlier, I'm using MAN filter. It's one of the best companies in the world. They are also manufacturing original parts. It's not MAN, but it's MAN Hamel. And if you will open some air filter boxes and sometimes even intake systems, you will see that they are manufactured by MAN Hamel. So they are producing not only filters but also wall intakes. For this oil filter body, you also should not use a lot of force. Actually, you need to just tighten it until thread ends. And that's all. Do not over tighten it. There is written 25 Newton meters. It is the optimal tightening, so it will not unscrew by itself and you will not break it. I'm tightening it down a little bit less because you can't turn it further when the thread ends, because sealing is not going with force. Sealing is, this body is sealed with O-ring, not with force. So we can try. I tighten it down by the hand. Let's make 25 Newton meters. Check. That's all. Now it's time for coolant connection. It's also genuine BMW. I have them in stock and I recommend to you use coolant fittings, thermostats and other things only genuine BMW, because if you will not use original parts, you may have problems in future. It's also 10 newtons. Now it's time to change the coolant pump because it was making some weird noises. Then install the front pulley and then we can put on front differential and install it back. Now I'm going to change the coolant pump. It doesn't have any leaks, but it's old and I think it should be changed because it's already making some not good noises, so the bearing is not so good anymore. It can start to leak very quickly. Yes, thermostat is 2011 as the car is, so we will change it also. It should be sealed with some kind of gasket or sealant. Technical information system shows that it should be sealed with sealant, but we will see. Sometimes there is also a gasket. So let's try to remove it. Usually it's pretty stuck. Yes, we will just try to remove it by hammer. And yep, its bearing is gone. Let's have new pump. For this car I'm not taking original pump from BMW. I'm using INA. And these bolts are also 10 Newton meters. So it's in place and it's turning nice and silent. Original thermostat, this one from BMW dealer, and new gasket also. Everything is in place here. Time for the front pulley and for the front differential. Then we will change engine mounts and it's going inside. All 6 injectors has been tested. They are in good condition. Also, always use new injector seal gaskets. Special grease. This grease prevents oxidizing. This last part should not be greased. When you are reinstalling injectors, you will need some kind of tool like this. This tool is a special brush to clean injector seats. Now let's install new seals. Before installing seals, I recommend to check is this the correct thickness. Let's install the injectors. Actually, when injector is used, these shims are pretty easy falling off. Injector should be tightened in 2 steps. First step is 8 newtons, just to get them in place. And the second step is 26 newtons. I took out both engine mounts. They are hydraulic, vacuum regulated, and here I have new engine mounts. They are genuine BMW. Let's open and compare. It's looking a little bit different design. There is difference pretty big in heights. It's about 1 centimeter. Old part is lower, so it has ended his lifetime. And let's compare second one. It's also different part number. This one also is very low. Let's check also alternator. If it has 500,000, it should be repaired or changed. Let's take a look how the brushes look like, because it can happen that we install back everything and after a month it has been ended. So let's take a quick check. There is actually some violet marking, but okay, we'll see. It's 11. Manufacturing year is 11, so it's the same as the car. Oh, it's gone. There is no brushes. So we need to change it. Collector is not in its best condition, but with new brushes it will run, and bearing is not in the best condition. Okay, let's search for parts. A new regulator. It's original from BMW, so we can install it quickly and finish this job. It also has new bolts. Bearings are also changed. It will be as good as new. Release the brushes. After I installed transmission back, I installed the engine first, then I installed transmission, and now, before setting transmission in normal position, I need to install this one. This is transfer box for X-Drive system of BMW. Before installation, I decided also to make some maintenance, change the transfer box fluid. I'm recommending you to use original fluid. It's DTF1, and it has actually new part number here. Its previous one ended with 710, new one is 016. Also, it's recommended to use this plug new. And actually that's all. Transfer box is also ready for installation. Now I can finally install intake manifold. I was washing it, and you can see, actually it is not a dirt, it's melted. So some time ago there was a problem with AGR coolant and this car almost catch fire. This manifold is going to trash. I have one half faulty intake manifold. It has a problem with broken lever, so it's going out, and then there is problem with swivel flap position. So but it is not burnt, it's in very good condition, so I will use this part from old manifold and I will make from two manifolds one. I assembled it back together, everything's fine, this one is not coming out, everything is working smooth. So new gaskets, and I can install it, and I can even start the car finally. So for the fluid change I'm using ZF original filter. It's coming together with the bolts. Also original fluid for the front differential. I need also some oil. It's going about half a liter in the front differential. And for installing propeller shaft, there's also some kit. It should be reused every time you are taking off propeller shaft. There is some glue inside. Let's proceed and put everything together and get that car driving. Is that cool moment? Let's start it up. Everything's filled. Cool, it works normally. Of course, coolant level has already dropped. Okay, now I need to fill it up a little bit coolant, check the oil level, install exhaust system, and actually it's done. I need to just install cooling fan, some plastics, and it's done. Thank you for looking my video. Bye.